Most large companies don't lose sales suddenly. They lose them quietly. Sale rule soften. Standard drift. Experience replace discipline. Everyone is busy. No one notices the decay until growth stalls. CRM don't fix this problem. Training doesn't fix this problem. More pressure doesn't fix this cell problem. Because the problem isn't skill, it is visibility and behavioral consistency. The most expensive cell problem in nature business is the one no dashboard shows. Do you get that? The most expensive cell problem in nature business is the one no dashboard shows. If you're a CEO or operating partner and growth feel harder than it should, it's usually not strategy. It's cell clarity erosion. What you should do is to acquire AMAP cell method. AMAP cell method has been designed by Trisha, founder of Girl Fridays Limited. A bit of background. I always work. Since I came to the UK, I was 21 years old. Young, bushy-tailed, ready to see the world around me and help the people that I decided to help, the vulnerable in society. So I work in health and social care. First, I was a nanny looking after children, young children. They taught me how to speak English, actually. Emma and Tom. They were young and I was supporting them in Islington. Then I became homeless because I wanted to find another job than operating, and the family were not too pleased with me because I decided to leave to get a job with the neighbor. So they didn't think it was correct to go with the neighbor and have a job, so they put me homeless. That gave me determination. I was not despondent. I learned a different set of things. Some people, while I was in King Cross Hostel, offered me to go on a game. And the game at the time was prostitution. That was the offer offered to me. I refused the offer flat because I was never this person. Know that I actually said it was wrong what they were doing. It was in a way, but I never told nobody that it was wrong what they were doing. I went and worked for Wendy's restaurant. And I worked 2 shifts, morning and evening, because I wanted to make my money. Then I start living, and I live in this London. You wouldn't believe it, but I moved 17 times. Because the landlord at the time were ruthless. They replaced me because they wanted to move their mom and dad or family coming from abroad. That wasn't right whatsoever. But they didn't have no crime in moving me about just because they were property owners, self-loaded people who believe that because they have something, they can mistreat others. Those people exist all the time and they never really go anywhere. They could be in the limelight for a little while, oh yes, but they become so egocentric that they don't see when badness come and somebody replacing them. That's happening in business all the time with new entrants in the market. I can give you a good example of business who were self-loaded, blockbuster. They were the giant in the world. But they didn't see the fledgling Netflix arriving. Netflix was even scared of them. And they tried to sell themselves to Blockbuster who laugh at their face. And now Blockbuster does not exist. Netflix is on the top. But that could happen to Netflix too if they don't have their eyes on the ball. Because as soon as egocentry arrived, everybody lost it. Because you think that now... Hi, I'm Trisha, CEO and founder of Girl Fridays Limited. We constantly provide you with luscious and lush constant support for your business growth. We would really, truly appreciate if you could subscribe to us so we can grow our channel and keep on providing business and marketing support for your business growth so you can achieve better sales and increase your customer base. Visit girlfridays.com today. You think now you are on the top of the world and you having so much customers that you powering the show. Well, good luck to you with that attitude. But let's carry on with my background. I decided to work after that in health and social care and specialize in behavior. Because behavior is secondary than belief. So what people believe, they behave this way. And I learned so much about people behavior. What makes them tick? What makes them buy? What desire they have? And I learned how to create a need in people too. Yes. And make people buy what I want them to buy and make people do what I want them to do without them realizing it. They teach you that in law enforcement, and Eva Pupora on YouTube is telling people that she's got that skill too, to get confession out of people through using sympathy and empathy. You see, me know that too. But there's some people, they can't bring genuine empathy and they can't bring genuine sympathy because they're not approachable. So they learn it, But they still manage to fool people because people are impressible. Very impressible. And if people are interested in something, well, they will buy it just like this. But you see, there's one thing in the world that innovation always powers the show. So I was looking at the Dragon Den, where startup businesses with a large amount of money, which is not large enough for the Dragon Den, because those people have, Peter Jones said he has 20 million. His business is valued at 20 million. Stephen Bartley have a couple of million, but he doesn't have 20 yet. And all those dragons, Deborah Meaden, she probably ranging in a million. Toucan probably ranging in a million. Yeah? But their business is thriving and they decide to go in investment. So they attaching themselves to startup with money and try to get either 10%, 20%, 50% of their business. I've seen people agreeing to 50% of their business. This is madness. You know why I say that? Because they have realized that they can help you gain more, obviously, more contact, more of this, more of that. But they realize that what you created is so good that is going to make them a high return on their investment and get their money back fast or maybe longer. But that investment is solid, and having 50% share on your business, they become your partner and they become your equal partner. So basically, they acquired your business. You still got your 50% share, but because you're the partner who came with less cash, that person now can control you. So you have to be careful when you enter those deals. Giving a lower percentage of your equity in your business, if you have a solid solution or a solid product that people want, or services that people want, you actually have leverage. Do you understand this? Now, at Girl Friday, we set up Girl Friday in 2015. We started with online admin. We took advantage of the paradigm shift that was happening. More businesses were moving online. So we took advantage of this at Girl Friday. Over the years, we're coming up to 11 years now, we have built an empire and have served countless of people throughout our journey. Our business went like this. And while running our business during the pandemic, COVID-19, Brexit, COVID-19, the pandemic, then the cost of living, something happened in us. It is the time that we became the most productive. Some people become despondent, didn't know what they did, didn't believe in themselves anymore, and lost it, then after regain their self-belief, their self-worth. That didn't happen to us. The contrary. We become smarter than we already were. And because we meditate all the time, that's a childhood behavior that I kept. And another childhood behavior that I kept is my approachability. I've always been approachable. My mom used to call me the temperer. The people who calm people around are still the same. We don't change. We get sharper. Or we go downward. But we were already going downward. Do you understand? So we at Girl Friday help you move upward and onward. Because it's important to raise funds in your business. So the more funds you raise, the more supplier that you can knit yourself with. The more suppliers that you can pay, you have access to better option and opportunity. The more you raise fund. Do you understand? Funding is important. And sell is a science. And there is a way to sell what you have to sell to the right audience for your product or your services. It is not difficult, but yet some people fucked it up all day long. That's because they don't listen, think they know everything, obviously, and miss the boat. That's happened all the time, any age. But we've realized unexpectedly it came to us. I don't have a story whereby I was there and I didn't know or find what I needed. No. Nothing like that happened to me. During COVID, what I was looking for is how to raise funds, how to increase my income, how to get more in Girl Friday so we could have a bigger staff team to help us move forward and beat the competition. I was obsessed with this. Beat the competition. And also how Simon Sinek got fame in 2009 with the Y theory. I mean, fucking lazy. Taking the 5W1H, the Y out of it, and making a big theory about it, a flip chart, and he used what people have inside them, curiosity and discovery. So his little flip chart was kind of clever, to be honest, because he put the flip chart there, put a stand up, a little story narrative around it, then flip the chart, the page like this, keeping people's attention, then draw a bullseye and say that's a Y theory. And people bought it like, boom. Well, they call him the greatest mind. I'm a woman. I realize what he done, because why we say that all the time? Why me? Why not me? Why this? Why that? Why? But that wasn't what caught my attention or me being obsessed over this. No. It's the fact that how easy it was to create a theory and interest people around them. At that point, I have already created the core asset of marketing with this dual implementation support system, the seller. Oh no. this book. This book has been created because I spoke to every single businesses that I have helped and supported in Girl Friday, and some of the deals that we made are represented in this book. They are solid and has helped me close countless deals. This is the manual. And we also have a playbook for university students at university studying an MBA. The core asset of marketing, which is Joel Implementation Support System, the playbook. Both of the books are attached to the seller, an online system that you can access on Girl Fridays. Of course, it's not free, yeah? It costs you a little over £2. But the book is £68, and for the playbook and the manual, £78. But price may have changed. It may have changed. So I was talking about sale and COVID-19, what had happened to us. While meditating and being obsessed with Simon Sinek theories, well, we started developing cell theory ourselves. And we end up developing 25 cell theory. Our first one in 2018 is the star cell principle. How to sell like a pro. So, some people will say we were bound to develop a map cell method, considering that we had already extensive experience in developing 25 cell theory. So basically, we end up naturally, gradually, we saw our audience attraction metric and the main cell drivers and the complementary cell driver, then the psychological behavioral need and want model. Then we did the market. Segmenting your market is very big. You need to create a niche. You do. I was watching the Dragon Den, and Peter Jones was focused on when one startup came and said, oh, it's only male products that they support. He went like this, oh, but do you realize that you are excluding a quarter of the population? That's not very smart to say that, because at the end of the day, the startup who decided to focus on the male population and the other startup who focus on the female population with their product are correct. It's called segmenting their niche. They learn that you cannot market yourself to everyone. So you need to develop your niche. Target the people. And within that niche, develop a specialism. Something unique that can attract your audience. You always have to have something unique, because whichever industry you go in is saturated. There is some empty industry out there. They are very, very, very specialist industry. Those are little specific niches. But most people lay themselves in the growing market, not in a major one or not in a small one. But even though you set your business in a very small niche, you will get your 20% customer, because we all do get our 20% customer. We don't get more than that. We think it's a lot because it's our perception. Amazon is very big. They have many pages all over the world, but they are not all over the world. And wherever they are in the world, they only get 20% of their customer. Of course, it looks like big because there's 1 billion people in the world. So we did think about that when we decided to sell AMAP Sell Method, which is the first in the world, is unprecedented, never been done. It is trademarked and protected too. And you can buy it on La Boutique, our online bookstore, e-bookstore and bookstore, where you find only our book. No, we selling other people title too. We started, because otherwise it look a bit selfish. But it's not really selfish if you want only your content to be used. You do not have to have other people title. This is a social concept. That's what it is. That idea of sharing everything. It's a social concept. But there is unique solution out there. How did that happen? It did. Oh, by the way, this is our customization from Kitted Out. Yeah, our customization from Kitted Out. I did a very nice chili today. My daughter said it doesn't have enough pepper in it. Because I can't take pepper too much, even though I'm roasting jam. Okay. Introduction to AMAP Sell Method coming now. This is, let me hold it straight, closer. This is AMAP Sell Method. And we piece together 8 theories, sales theories. So therefore, here you have 1 rule of sale and 1 rule of engagement, which is the time metric. We even done the simplification of AMAP Sell Method because we thought that many people doesn't understand it. But we're selling AMAP Sell Method to businesses who can afford to pay 1.3 million pounds. The valuation of AMAP Sell Method is roughly within 5 years. We would have sold it to 100 million businesses globally at 1.3 million pounds. With a forecast increase in March, well, that's next month, of 1.7 million pounds for this unprecedented, unique development that fit on your office wall, cut-out wall on each side, solid board, imprint, for you to focus. This is my mock-up and it's coming apart. For you to focus on it and achieve better sales. It will give you clarity and consistency. It is a visible behavioral model for you to use, and it is AMAP cell method. With it, you avoid talking to the wrong audience. And let me see what I can say to you. At the end of this video, you will know exactly where cell decay is costing you money and whether it is worth it to fix it with AMAP cell method. Do you get this? Because over time, every cell team, something happened to them. Because we are people. We're not robot, we're not machine. So at some point, complacency set and cell dip. Then everybody panic. They start saying, you're not doing something right, or this and this and this and that. It must be the economy. It must be this. It must be that. All type of bloody excuses happen. It's not that they lost their cell skill. No. It's because they lost focus. And when focus is lost, cell dip. So with AMAP cell method keep you in focus all the time. Because when complacency set, you look at your wall and you see in front of you, I must keep targeting the right audience. The time matrix tell me how to engage with my customer. Then you look at your market in the middle and you say, where is my customer hanging out? How do I target them? This method tell you. Then the behavioral model at the back. The pyramid, who pointing inside the market, is a psychological behavioral model consumer needs and want. Human being only got 7 known behavior, recurring behavior. Yeah? They do. And is right here so. We C equal NC2 square. The customer acquisition theory. Then here you got your main cell driver that you always need to use. Your headline, your differentiator, your reason why you are in business, your target market, and your future and benefit. Then your complementary cell driver are your irresistible offer, your guarantee, your CTA, and your social proof. I reckon everybody knows that because they've been told. But nobody put what we need to do to achieve sale in the right environment in a neat method with arrow attached to you to direct you to know how to attract your audience to buy your product or services or your product innovation. We have the PCI suit with your innovation model that you can get, or your lead strategic model that you can get. And the bullseye is ABAP cell method. So it costs you 1.3 million due to increase in March to 1.7 million. And I think this is a fair price for it. So this offer is going out to obviously the millionaire in London and the billionaire, not just in London, the millionaire in the UK, yeah, and also globally, and billionaire. Ichimitsu no Tobira. Access the secret door on Girl Friday private sale and click on the button secret. Avoid cell decay with AMAP cell method. So, who can get it? Let me see. You see what my board got? Price list, coffee. Versatile. So we might print it on both sides for you. We did this there to show you how it will come as an imprint. Totally printed inside the board. You can't erase it. You see, that's how your AMAP cell method come. This imprinted in the board. So, who it is more suitable for? Well, AMAP cell method is for universities to teach students about cell. It is for board, company board. It is for large businesses, their cell team, office of the CEO, the financial director. You would want to know why a financial director have a cell method on their wall. Well, they do need to know that to increase the finances of the business, people need to also learn about audience attraction. So it's a very, very subtle model, not limited to sell people. No, anyone who wants to learn about sell and help their businesses can buy AMAP cell method. Obviously, it is not for the small business who barely have phone together. No. Who doesn't believe in system. Who doesn't believe that a method can help them keep visibility and clarity, and can give them clarity of thought. This is not for the people who dismiss it, basically. It is for the people who truly believe that strategy and tactic come in a neat package, permanent, undisputed, never been done. I have actually, if you realize it, people, made visible the invisible. Do you believe that? It was invisible. Cell always has been invisible. People tell you what to do. You need to attract your audience. You need to segment your market. You need to promote yourself multi-channel. do your flyer, do your brochure, your booklet. They tell you need to do that. They tell you need to use the main cell driver and the complementary cell driver. They need to tell you, they do tell you it takes time to access the right audience for your business. Yeah, people know that. But you never had a visual representation of your time metric. How long it take? Going through a circle. You never had that. I represented the timing. You know what it means? The timing. There it is. I made it visible for you. I represented the golden hour principle, your multi-channel strategy, 80-20, C equal NC2 square. I represented your audience attraction in your existing market, in a new market, wrong audience, right audience, perfect 4x4 matrix. I represented your market, segment your market. Yes? The criteria are: where are your customers? What are they doing? How to attract them? This is your market. Customers are always in your market. We never disappear. We're always there. We're not infrequent neither. So, the university student who thought that in 1973 was totally wrong. He wasn't onto something that was wrong. Your customer never disappear. We always in the market. And at different time in our life, we're gonna access any business when the need arrived. When we feel it, we need it. Oh, this person is there for us. You always knew irresistible offer. Guarantee. You can guarantee your product or your service that you the best. We guarantee you that this method stick on your wall. We give you 20% return on investment. It's a guarantee. Why are we so sure? And we need to back that up. It's because we experience it ourselves. We have so many mantras on our wall. We have our flow chart on our wall at Girl Friday. And this flow chart, focusing on it all the time, has been transferred into the customer. I know you can see the service buying customer journey, but you can see it on Girl Friday About Us. That's the power of focusing on something which is in front of your eyes all the time. Our flow chart, I designed it at startup. I designed my flow chart. Yeah? If you were to come to my office for a consultation, a power consultation where you come out with an action plan, you will see the flow chart on our wall. And if you go on Girl Friday, you will see it's exactly the same way the page are represented that I put on my flow chart on my wall. My online proposition, you just have to look Girl Friday and look at that flow chart exactly the same. This is the power of focusing on a method. So eventually, knowing that, we decided that it has to be on your wall. But it's also movable, so you can go about with it like this, dangle it, put it in your bedroom, put it anywhere. You can carry it in your home, have it in your office if you don't want somebody stealing it, and take it with you at home. And keep on focusing on it. Eventually, you will see that you starting to attract the wrong people because it makes you think about how to attract the right audience. Do you see the power it has? It fixes your cell problem. It fixes complacency. It fixes your lack of attention. It improves your concentration. It improves your finances. It improves how you talk to people, your communication. It gives you direction. It reminds you that it's not always omni-channel strategy who prevail, but multi-channel are powerful too. Here it is. If you don't see it, because in this life, you see, we are all human. And there's one thing who happened to all of us. We don't want to admit it, and sometimes we don't fucking recognize it. But we do tend to forget, and it's a fact of life. And you know why you forget? It's because you're no longer doing the thing you were doing. So if the need wasn't strong and the interest wasn't strong, well, 10 years down the line, you're so used to do the same thing that you do it automatically, but you forgot what you learned at university. You forgot what you learned in your previous job that you had. You may remember a brick of it, because if this was significant. I remember the fact that I've been raped. I was 21 years old. By Gordon, 40 years old. That creep raped me in my sleep. Why do I remember that? Because that was significant to me. And I remember also horrible stuff that happened to me. And I also remember good things that happened to me. But I'm like everybody else. I know that I work at local aid housing and care, and I supported a lot of vulnerable people there, drug and alcohol, homelessness, child trafficking, you name it. That was me. But some people that I work for, because I'm so involved in Girl Friday, you see, it come out of my mind. So that's because I don't need it. We are all the same. So if you move towards something else and you run your business or you start up your business, your eyes are open to sell. Your eyes are open to, suddenly open to audience. You want your business to grow. You want that finances. You want to raise the finance. So your eyes are open to opportunity and everything. If you don't have enough sell, people tend to go, okay, I give up. Bam! Because, oh, I'm experiencing a little setback. Oh, people are not interested in me. So, boom! I give up, which is the wrong thing to do. You need to carry on. And carry on training and carry on pushing. Eventually something will happen, even though you feel that you're doing tasks daily and nothing happens. But eventually it will boom. Well, before, for yourself, you didn't have a method to help you. When this happened, you didn't have a method to remind you during setback that, hey, now you have a map cell method. So instead of giving up or quitting, look at your method on your wall and it reminds you exactly what to do and how to do it. So I've listed so many benefits for a map cell method. Of course, there's plenty of people who got million. I mean, they're on the dragon den trying to get other people businesses, invest in other people businesses, and says that they can help them. So therefore, there is customer for this AMAP sell method. As I say, only the one who are interested in that print, who's not gonna be delivered as a mock-up like this, but exactly delivers as this. You see? The same way that you see coffee, £1 to go, and a price list with option on the top. That's how you get AMAP sell method. But you don't get it with option like this. You will get it with that message. We meditate so we great at recurring sale. That is why AMAP sell method exists. That will be on the top here. Then, this middle there that you see will be all your components here. Plus our logo there, Girl Friday. So woman with a paper. And we became a logo too. Yeah? And today, my mock-up decided to go. Did you get it? This is how it's going to be, how it is going to be delivered to you. Of course, if you're smart, you understand what I'm saying. You won't receive coffee at £1 and things like that. It's just to show you that the imprint will be exactly like this. You can't take it off. You see, I'm rubbing it. It is not going. So it's a permanent solution on your wall. You get for £1.3 million. And next month, March 7th of March, it will be raised to £1.7 million. Because I valued it when I first did it at 50 million. I said that's 50 million made, and it was. But because I want more people to have it on their wall than the elite, the billionaire or the millionaire, I drop it to 1.3 million. But now I think 1.3 million is dirt cheap because I realize the extent of my innovation, because this is an innovation. That's what it's called. And also I realize that if you look and dare look for real, do your research throughout the world of business, from when business started, sale has arrived. Yeah? Nobody has ever created a sale method representing the process of sale. Do you understand what I'm saying? The process of sale. The how sales happen. Nobody ever represented this. I did. And now you have a permanent solution. The complete solution for wall display, costing £1.3 million currently, but you can get it on kitted out and pay in full. Let me tell you where you have to go. Kitted out, our customized item. If you go on, oh, the light is going, it's getting dark, the video is too long. Hold on. If you go on, congratulations, you're conscious of your marketing impact on your client. Online workshop payment, you filter to online workshop payment. You can get AMAP sell method for £1.3 million, but pay it on subscription. Bye for now. Get it on your wall today if you have the fund for it. And also, while you're there, visit Girl Friday for all your business and marketing need. We take you from planning to your online presence to your business support. And we have our business tool, social media, digital marketing, website design, SEOs, and a lot more services for you to grow your business. We online solely, actually, our business is online, but we're looking to get offices out there. 37 Denmark Hill, that's where we will be, hopefully this year. We pray for that, so hopefully this year. Yeah. And at Girl Friday, we are the top dog in business and marketing, and can help your SME achieve better sales. Now it's getting dark, so I need to put the light on. Bye for now. Bye for now, Trisha.